Sipes 1946 here. We're going to take a Scizor Prime deck into the ranked queue on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. And let's have us an unmatched battle, as our deck is HGSS through Call of Legend cards only. And we'll go up against some deck that's probably comprised of the most modern, latest, and greatest cards that are available in the game. But I enjoy the card quality mismatch. I do, in fact, think my cards are better quality, but of course they don't perform as well as the newer cards. I really don't know what we're going to get out of Ciany Wowo. Or is that Shiny Wowo? I really don't know. Oh, we'll find out. I put an Eevee in the active position. We're going to evolve Eevee into Umbreon. Moonlight Fang during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all effects, including damage done by any Pokemon that has a Pokepower or Pokebody ability. The new cards, of course, don't seem to really have Pokebody or Pokepower abilities. He's going to use Talon Map to expose his prize cards. Take a look at what kind of stuff he's playing. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what he's playing. All right, we can Umbreon's Moonlight Fang requires a dark energy, so we'll go ahead and attach that to Eevee. If we judge, we're going to judge away Umbreon Prime, which we actually would like to get into play. Why not? Yeah, I think we're just going to call for family, and we're going to get a Scizor, which we'll be able to evolve into Scizor Prime. So we'll have two primes evolved on one active, one on the bench on our next turn, assuming that none of our Pokemon get knocked out. I don't know what this guy's doing with his deck. I haven't seen these cards enough in my 1 month of play to know what's going to happen. Looks like a fairly innocuous start. Like mine is a fairly innocuous start. We'll evolve, knocking off the special condition. We'll evolve. We could put another energy onto Umbreon and use Quick Blow with a coin flip win, knocking out his active and winning the game. So we're going to go ahead and attach to the Umbreon. And we will go ahead and judge. Didn't get anything that we could play. We're going to Quick Blow, and if we get heads, we have won the game. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Let's see what our opponent does. He's got 40 damage on his active and only current Pokemon. There we go. So he puts a Giratina from Team Plasma on the bench, as well as a Black Kyurem. So now he's going to develop his board a little bit more. He puts our Umbreon, he's paralyzed our Umbreon. We'll be able to attach a metal energy to our Scizor. We're going to Professor Oak's new theory, put a Scizor and a Doduo on the bench and a Skarmory, and we're going to have to end the turn. He does have a single energy attached to his bench Pokemon. He's got one energy attached to his active. If we can avoid being paralyzed, he did put a Rocky Helmet. So he's going to put 2 damage. We are paralyzed again. So this card is acting as a fairly effective attempt at slowing us down. We'll put a second energy on the Scizor Prime, so now the Metal Scissors attack is active. And we're going to go ahead and copycat. We don't have the Yanma on the bench, so we can't evolve the Yan Mega Prime. So we'll go ahead and copycat. We can put another Scizor Prime on the bench, and we'll have to end our turn. So we do have two Scizor Primes now on the bench. One's active. If we can get an attack in from our Umbreon, we could knock out his active. He has 2 energy now on his Black Kyurem. So the Dual Claw attack is active. Put a Munna on the bench. And he's got an energy on his Giratina. It's going to take 3 energies though minimum to power up that Giratina. So he plays a Ceylon and he gets 3 energy. And he puts our Umbreon. He's paralyzed our Umbreon again. So he's having a pretty good time with that. We're going to attach a rescue energy onto our Scizor Prime, and we have to end our turn. We can't use any of the cards that were in our hand. We need to draw a supporter. We will be able to attach this energy. So he's going to put a potion in. He's going to use a potion and remove 30 damage from his active Pokemon. I'm sure he's going to have another energy attached. Yes, he has another energy attached on his Black Kyurem. He's trying to get the Flash Freeze attack active. And we are not paralyzed. We are not paralyzed. So we're going to put a second energy on our second Scizor Prime on the bench. And we're going to Quick Blow. And we missed the heads flip again. So we have still not knocked out his active. Knocking out his active really isn't going to do us a lot of good. He's simply going to put a fully active Black Kyurem into the attack position. But that's okay. We'll get some more metal energy onto our bench Scizor Primes, hopefully, and we'll be able to do more damage. If our Umbreon does get knocked out, I think we'll put our Skarmory in the active position. Hopefully we'll get an attach on our Umbreon is paralyzed once again. I think Shani Woo Woo has rigged the game in some fashion. We do, however, have damage on our Umbreon that we can Moo Moo Milk away. I think we're going to go ahead and attempt to do that. We lose the flip. Yeah, so our opponent definitely has hacks. We're going to put an energy on the Skarmory. We're going to put in another Skarmory on the bench. We've got to end our turn. I believe we've lost every coin flip, and he has achieved all of his, but I think 1 or 2. So we're like 0-6, and he is 5-1 on the coin flips. There we go. I complained enough about it that we actually got a tails. So that's good for us. We're going to put a metal energy on our Scizor Prime. And we're going to go ahead and we've got the knockout regardless. Let's see, though, if we could actually get a coin toss in our favor. The tide has turned. We did 70 damage to it active. And we actually take the first prize card. We're up on prizes 1-0. He's going to bring his Black Kyurem into the active. And he's going to knock out our Umbreon. If he doesn't, I don't know what he's doing over there. I guess he could bring Giratina into the active knowing that he's got a third energy attach. Or maybe he'll just concede. Okay, well that didn't happen, so it looks like we're going to have to battle this one out. Our Umbreon is a goner. That's all right. It's an awesome card. It's put in work. It's just going to have to go. Energy retrieval. We will put a Skarmory in the active and continue to put... Okay, so at least he didn't dual claw our Umbreon to death. So, hey, what do you know? All right, we could actually super scoop up, evading the knockout, and put a Skarmory in the active. He could still knock out our Skarmory, but we will get... we would get a metal attach out of it. Yeah, so he did dual claw. he did have the energy attached for flash freeze, but he didn't want to discard. You know, I don't know. I think we're going to see what happens. If we win the flip, we're going to pick up the Umbreon. We're going to put Skarmory in the active position. We're going to attach a Metal Energy to our Scizor Prime. We are going to put an Eevee on the bench, and we're going to Professor Oak's new theory. We could Pokemon Communication because we don't have a Yanma on the bench, so we're not going to use Yan Mega Prime. And we're going to get Dodrio, which means we'll evolve that onto Doduo, and now we can free retreat with the Pokemon in our deck. However, we're not looking to retreat, we're looking to Steel Coat. Oh, and I attached the wrong energy. I was setting up for Razor Wing when I should have attached the Metal Energy. So we are actually going to retreat. To Scizor Prime, and we're going to Metal Scissors for 90. But he can Flash Freeze for 100 and knock out our Scizor Prime. We do, however, have a Rescue Energy attached to it. He healed energy off of... What did he do, actually? Yep, he healed 60 damage using Pokemon Center Lady off of his active Black Kyurem. No Fairsies. Does not kill our Scizor Prime. We have... What do we have? For each Metal Energy, we have a Rescue, which isn't going to do any damage. We have one Metal Energy that's going to give us 1 energy plus 10. We have a second Metal Energy. We have a third Metal Energy, so we have 3. Yeah, so we're going to knock out his Black Kyurem. We're going to go ahead and put the proper energy onto this Skarmory. We're going to thank him for his compliment. He's trying to distract us because he knows we're about to take the win here. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I guess we should Professor Elm's training method and Umbreon, which will evolve onto Eevee. And then we're going to Metal Scissors. We should have attached one more Metal Energy to the Scizor Prime. I miscounted. I was sidetracked by his compliments. Should have attached one more metal. We would have knocked it out. If he attacks with Black Kyurem, we're going to knock it out anyway. He's got all the energy he needs to Shadow Claw. So it'll do 90 damage and discard a card from our hand. And he does Dual Claw, and our Scizor Prime lives. That is amazing. That was actually amazing. Our Scizor Prime lived. We're going to put a Rescue Energy on our other Scizor Prime. And we're going to attempt to Moo Moo Milk. We get 0 heads, so we do no healing of our active Scizor Prime. So it's still got only 10 hit points remaining. We could actually retreat. But with another energy, he could do 100 damage to the Scizor Prime that we would bring active. So I think we're going to have to just go ahead and... You know, actually we're going to judge and see if we get another Moo Moo Milk. We did not get another Moo Moo Milk. However, we did get a Super Scoop Up. Let's go ahead and see if we get heads on the Super Scoop Up. We did. We're going to pick this card up. We're going to rotate the active Scizor Prime, the bench Scizor Prime into the active, and we're going to Metal Scissors for the KO on Black Kyurem. We were able to put the Scizor back down on the bench, the Scyther rather, back down on the bench, so we'll be able to evolve the Scizor Prime on our turn. We have a 2-0 prize lead. We have all those energies back into our hand. I'm assuming he's going to put Giratina from Team Plasma in the active. He can do Shadow Claw for 90 and discard a card out of our hand. More than likely, he's going to discard an energy, which will be fine with us. We can only attach one per turn. I guess we just hope he gets anything but the Scizor Prime. So he actually fails his Crushing Hammer and doesn't discard one of our energy. So we're okay with that. We are just going to be all in on this Scizor Prime. We're going to get an energy attached to it. Actually, we might go ahead and just retreat to the active to one of our powered Skarmory and just continue to dump energy onto Scizor Prime. So when we do bring it in, we could hopefully get a KO so that the attack back doesn't knock us out. However, we are set up to suffer at least 90 damage. What did he do here? He did a Hex attack. I'm assuming he did a Hex attack. I really don't know what our opponent's doing. We're going to evolve the Scizor into Scizor Prime on the bench. We're going to attach another Metal Energy to the active Scizor. We're going to go ahead and retreat that. We're going to bring the Metal Attached Skarmory. Here we go. We actually attached the proper energy to one of our two Skarmory, so we're 50% on energy attached for Skarmory to activate Steel Coat. And we are actually going to Steel Coat, and we're going to put a Metal Energy onto our benched Scizor Prime. And we're going to wait for the attack back. If he decides to do 90 damage with Shadow Claw, he's going to knock out Skarmory. And we'll put our Scizor Prime into the active to get ready to try to knock out his Pokemon. What did he put on there? He put a Crystal Wall. Okay. Okay, you know, I don't know. I don't have anything to say about that. We're going to put a Metal Energy onto our Scizor Prime. You know, we're just going to go ahead and keep loading this one up. I'm sure I'm making mistakes here. We're going to go ahead and load that up. We're going to go ahead and load that up. Our Skarmory is in danger of being knocked out. So I think I don't know that we have enough energy here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 metal. It's 130 plus what? 2 special, so 150. You know, I think I have probably miscounted. I think we could knock out his active with this attack. I don't want to copycat because I actually want to use the rescue energy and the metal energies. I think I want to just keep those. So let's just see what happens here. We knock out his active. We take another prize card. We're up 3-0. He's got only 1 energy attached to his bench. So at least from an energy in play perspective, we have the lead. If he puts an energy on Kirlia, he's simply going to be drawing cards. He's going to have to put... No, he could put a Psychic energy and he could do damage. So if he attaches a Psychic, he'll be back in the attack game. And it's our turn. So we're going to start attaching energy to our benched Scizor Prime. There's no need to Pokemon communication. We're going to keep the energy we have. So we're just going to go ahead and take the knockout. We do 130 damage. We take our 4th prize, so it's 4-0. This game has got to be a lock. Any of the Pokemon that he brings into the active spot are one-hit KO targets unless he can evolve. He's got a single card in his hand. If it's not a supporter, he's kind of stuck. He's kind of stuck. So we were actually able to avoid a couple of knockouts. 2 super scoop ups, I think, we were able to put in play, and we actually flipped heads and were able to pick up our Pokemon. So he put the Munna in the active spot. I don't know what he drew. I don't know what he had before he drew. He's not getting cards out of his deck here, so he must not have drawn a supporter. He attaches a double colorless energy. We're going to put a metal energy on our benched Scizor Prime, and we're going to take the knockout. So it is 5-0 in prizes here. I do have to admire Shani Wo for not conceding. It looks like he's going to play it out. I've just got one more attack. Whatever he rotates into the active position is dead. It's going to get one hit KO by Scizor Prime. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's see what he does here. He's going to put some maximum intellectual thought into his card selection for the active position. He does have two very difficult choices. I could either one-hit KO that for the win, or I could one-hit KO that for the win. So, you know, I don't know. I really don't know which one he should offer up for the losing one-hit KO. If it were me, I don't know what I would do. Oh, okay. Looks like he might just go inactive. But no, he puts the Venipede in the active position. So I guess he's going to let me have a one-hit KO on the Venipede for the win. And, you know, we're not going to drag this out any longer. And there it is, boys and girls. That is a 6-0 victory. Scizor Prime, unlimited, ranked Q, HGSS subset deck. Admittedly, though, my opponent was probably as much a beginner as I was. You can see that we did 920 damage with Scizor Prime. Our biggest attack of 130. We could have kept dumping energy on the Scizor Prime and bumped that number up. It was quite unnecessary. I had a great time with this match. I hope you'll enjoy watching it. Scizor 1946. I'll see you real soon.